Hi, friend. Happy hump day to you. Coming in live for the breakfast show. Oh, I'm super fired up for this morning. See my red teeth? Okay, so if you're brand spanking new, so you've never been a part of a breakfast show in the past, it's an honor. Happy Wednesday. I've got some really fun things coming in for you this morning. I'm pretty sure your mind is gonna be blown. A little bit about the revolutionariness of the breakfast show. So I actually, goodness gracious, I got an email and the email forever changed my life. It was to check in for a physical. And I was like, I'm not going to my physical. There's no way. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. And when I tried to cancel the physical, what happened was they were gonna charge me like $200. And I'm like, oh snap, no, you're not gonna charge me. I ended up going in for the physical, talked to my doctor about how it was the heaviest I'd ever been. We kind of thought that maybe it'd be my hormones or my thyroid, but it wasn't. So she ended up writing me a prescription for metformin. I still have it, and I've never in my life taken it because I literally cannot tell you how many times that it was recommended to me from people to follow Dr. James, and he has a book that's like a world best-selling of the obesity fix. So I actually took what was being told to me, and I got the Audible book on my way home because I'm just not a book person. That was another excuse that I had. And I now, every time I finish a book, there's a recommended series that comes up on Audible. I've listened to 40 plus Audible books now. So Dr. James has completely transformed my life. And there's 3 things that you have to be doing in order to lose weight, and you have to do them consistently. And if you're like me and you're adding to your foods like any type of toxins or dyes or carcinogens, your body is actually on autopilot to store your food as fat instead of using it as energy. And that was 150% what was going on within my body. So I am gonna share everything with you. You'll have every tool that you need in your toolbox. You will literally have apps that you can use for FREE. And everything I'm gonna give you today is exactly what I learned in 40 plus Audible books. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you're like, what are your credentials? I am not an expert. I am a group certified fitness instructor now, but I think what matters the most is I've listened to 40 plus Audible books. So right here, I have a lot of knowledge and I need to get that out to you like right spanking now. So in the comments, drop a 1 if you can hear me. It is 10:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am in Michigan. So we're gonna dive in. One thing that I do wanna cover really fast with you is really quick a synopsis of what I learned this morning in the Audible book that I'm currently listening to. So let me share that with you before we dive in. I take the whole chapter and for you, I break it down into like 2 sentences. So this is gonna be really quick. Hi, Dad. This is gonna be really quick, but here's the deal. Basically, the chapter covered how people feel like sunlight, warm, safe, energizing. So others are like storms, okay? Loud, chaotic, exhausting. So in your life right now, where would you say that you're at? Like, are you feeling warm, safe, and energizing? Because I can tell you something. Before I started listening to Audible books, I was the storm. I was more of like the loud, chaotic, exhausting. And it's okay because you're going to have a solution to that right now. Really try to pay attention to how you feel. That's what this whole chapter went into. And to protect your peace, because it's a luxury. It's not a luxury, right? Protect your peace. It's not a luxury, it's a survival. So the second thing that I went into, that the other part of the chapter consisted of, is toxins, dyes, and carcinogens in our food. Well, how do we actually know? There's an app that literally is called Yucca. So Y-U-K-A. I started scanning the day I learned from Dr. James about this. I started scanning what I was using. I'm telling you right now, out of 10 things that I scanned, every single one of them had toxins, dyes, and carcinogens. I didn't even know it was legal in the United States, but we have freedom. See, over in Europe, it's not even allowed. Like, heck to the no, you're not allowed to put this stuff, but here we have to do our due diligence. So the fact that you just learned about that app, and then the last thing is to let the gym be your addiction. Like, literally, when I heard this from him, get hooked on self-discipline. The peace after a hard lift, becoming stronger inside and out. And I've got a great tip for you, Caroline Gervin on YouTube. You don't even have to purchase anything. When skipping a workout feels wrong, you've built a lifestyle. okay? That most people wish they will maintain the willpower to maintain it. So that's what that chapter covered. Let's dive in and talk about the 3 things that are the non-negotiables when it comes to losing weight. I dropped, 30 pounds in 5 months, and that was after 11 months of struggling to drop 1 inch. So I'm telling you right now, I have 450,000 followers right here because of these 3 things. Okay, so let's dive in and let's talk about the first thing, and let's talk about, because I'm air frying chicken right now, let's talk about protein, right? Because everyone talks about it, but what does that number look like for you? First and foremost, if you have never claimed the free guide that helped me in many ways, I don't know where I can't even remember where I found that guide, but it helped me in many ways. Make sure you drop in the comments the word, just put F-R-E-E, free, and I'll give you that free guide that helped me in many ways. So protein, the number, you can hear influencers say this number, that number, this number, that number, like what's the factual information? And really, it's the higher number to your ideal weight. So in the comments, I want you to really quickly go to, on Google, you can go to Google, and what you're gonna see is you're just gonna type your height, okay? So in your male or female. So I would type in 5'7" female, ideal weight. And it tells me 129, and it goes up to 150. So I have to fall on the higher number. I need to be at 150 grams of protein every single day. So when you go today and you see your ideal weight, it's the higher number, it's not the lower number. Why? Number 1, you burn 30% more calories eating protein, and we have got to get the metabolism back to doing the work that it's meant to do. It improves your muscle tone. Okay, osteoporosis, fibromyalgia, broken bones are not fun. And the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism. Because the metabolism's starting to rotate. It starts to rotate as if like like Earth is on its axis. Literally, it starts to change by like 0.02%, which can accumulate over time. But we have a way to biohack it. And then the third thing is, it's how the body actually goes through the feelings of fullness and satiety. Okay, so I took my blood sugar. If you followed me for the whole year that I went live, good morning, Carlene. The whole time that I went live, I checked my blood sugar. My blood sugar was through the roof every time I was deficit inside of protein. So I want to share something with you. 150 grams of protein is literally 600 calories. Tell me in the comments your ideal weight. All we have to do is literally take your ideal weight and times it by 4. That is it. 600 calories. That's 150 grams of protein. Listen to this. 150 grams of fat. Every meal of mine, I love cheese. Cheese is great, but it's a fat. Like, it's not a protein in any way, shape, or form. I love cheese. I love nuts and seeds because they're high in omegas. Egg yolks, salmon, it's a good fatty fish, avocados, guacamole, olives, olive oil. Like, I was cooking with olive oil like it was my job because it's so heart healthy. 150 grams of fat is 1,350 calories. Let me say that again. 150 grams of protein is 600 calories. 150 grams of fat is 1,350 calories. I'm not saying that you can't have fat, but we have got to slow down. Okay, like now I have a day's worth of fat is like 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, a couple tablespoons of nuts, tablespoons, a fourth of an avocado, no more olive oil, and 1 egg yolk, the rest egg whites. Anything more than that, I go over my fats, I'm deficit in protein. So that's gonna be a game changer for you. I'm gonna teach you right now. Look, I'm making chicken. I just make it when I get home and I put it in here and then it's ready to go. I had to Google how to air fry it. Super simple, it's raw. How do I air fry it? It tells me I'm on my way, right? Otherwise I get too hungry and I gotta go cook a meal. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna end up overeating, or I'm gonna eat, you know what I mean? So it's like, I need to just have it ready. So now it's ready, right? So here's the deal. With protein, all you have to do right now is you have to make sure it's a good source. Because you're gonna go to the market and you're gonna see tons of flavors of Greek yogurt. You're gonna see tons of brands of cottage cheese. But what is the one that you should be purchasing? This is what matters the most. Are you ready? The one that you should be purchasing, when you see calories, look at right here, because it's always gonna be right here. When you see calories, just cover the last number. When you cover the last number, the number you're left with is how many grams of protein there should be. Period, end of discussion. So protein is in bold. Okay, there's 13. Awesome, it's a protein. But the second thing you would do, because I used to be the girl who who literally reached for the cheapest one. Well, guess what? When I found out after getting enough protein, I still wasn't losing weight, and I figured out because they're filled with toxins, dyes, and carcinogens, it absolutely changed my life. So this YUKA app, which you're gonna get, okay? The YUKA app, you scan this. Your second stop would be to scan it. Okay, it gives it an excellent rating. Okay, it gives it an excellent rating. Awesome. There's no toxins, there's no dyes, there's no carcinogens. I saved this for you. When I was my ultimate heaviest, literally, here's what I was doing. I was using the good old s'mores. Well, listen, because I took an influencer's suggestion, 80 calories, cover the last number. Is there 8 grams of protein? When I go to protein, there's what? 12. I thought it was great. Awesome, I'm getting it. Why am I not losing weight? I'm eating more protein. Toxins, dyes, and carcinogens in the body, they literally raise cortisol levels, they raise glucose levels, and it signals systematically for your body to store your food as fat. Period. That's why you feel lethargic. It's supposed to be used as energy. So when I scan this handy dandy yogurt that's found in markets, it says poor rating. You can see it right here in big orange. Oh, it went to the wrong one. Okay, you can see the poor rating in big orange. Why is it not working? Okay, I can click on Y in bright red. There's additives. The bottom gives me good recommendations. It's got 2 high-risk additives. More information on the additives. It gives me the name of them. It causes chronic inflammation, develops cancer, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. You would never buy that yogurt ever again, but you didn't know about this app. So when I talk to people, and I find when I try to talk to 50 brand new people a day, like to get this out there. Like, listen, if you're struggling, hi Wendy, like listen, okay, you're eating protein, you're right, your numbers are great. What's in the protein you're eating? Oh my gosh, your toxins, dyes, and carcinogens are through the roof. You're so tired because instead of your food coming in and being used as energy, it's literally just storing it as fat in the fat pockets. And usually it attacks a certain area. So here's the deal. With your protein, number 1, I'm going to put in the comments for you the name Yucca. That's your new best friend. I want you to scan your toothpaste. I want you to scan your mouthwash. I want you to scan everything and start replacing it. You're going to drop so much weight. Your mind's about to be blown. I gave you the why behind protein. You burn 30% more calories. It improves the muscle tone. It's how the body goes through feelings of fullness and satiety. Okay, so massive success. The most abundant thing in your body, before we move on to the 2 other things you have to do, is protein. The most abundant thing found in your body is protein and water. Your whole body, hi Trinda, your whole body is made up of short chain amino acids, little peptide strands, protein, like more than water. You have more in your body, literally, of short chain amino acids than you do water. And they're what send messages to all the cells. So really fast, she's asking, well, what do we do about it? The most abundant protein found in your body out of 20,000 is, of course, collagen. You know about that, right? You heard my backstory of how I literally used 20 different styles of collagen, never got positive benefits. They were infested with toxins, dyes, and carcinogens, and I didn't know there were 5 types of collagen until I came across an Audible book that I listened to that rocked my world. So you know there's 5 types of collagen, right? If you don't, drop a star, and I'll give you the details around that. So with the collagen, there's a type 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? I never knew that at 20 you stopped producing it. I was kind of against it. As a group certified fitness instructor, I'm like, supplements are a joke? No, okay? So as a group certified fitness instructor, you lose 1% every year after 20. So if you're right now 60, it wouldn't be too late for you, but you lost 40%. How do you see this? Dude, your hair, skin, nails, joints, muscles, wrinkles, skin's elasticity. Type 1 and 3 are what become dormant at 20. Type 2, you start losing 1% of. So there's your answer. Make sure it's a type 2 collagen. I hope that helped you, Carol. In a liquid, water soluble. You said powder or liquid? Liquid because then it's water soluble. You have to be able to absorb it, right? So type 2, liquid. If you go scan today with the YUKA app, anything you're putting on your face, you're putting it directly into your bloodstream. Coming to find out in a study, I had skin cancer right here with like 27 stitches in my face, the Mohs procedure. I didn't know that what I was putting all over my face had carcinogens, toxins, and dyes until I had that YUKA app, okay? So replace the hyaluronic acid. It has a lot of positive benefits. So does retin A. But do you want to know what mimics it? Organic tremella mushrooms. So just go purchase some from the Better Health food store, and guess what? At the same time you take your collagen, take organic tremella mushrooms. You're going to notice your 11s gone. your eyes, the fine lines and wrinkles. So that's the one that I would recommend. But moving on from protein to water, mine looks like this. So it checks every box, but you have to be careful because Brenda, the first ingredient listed in anything that you use is what you find the most of. The last ingredient is what you find the least of. So because of my due diligence and how many podcasts and audible books I've listened to, 40 plus now, I stopped counting. I finally, after trying 20, found the one. First ingredient listed on any label, go check your peanut butter, is what you find the most of. Yours should say peanuts, okay? Mine was sugar with 9 other carcinogenics inside of it. Last ingredient was peanuts. I never knew. So this is a type 2 medical grade collagen. Liquid, organic tremella mushrooms already found within it. They already supply it inside of it, and it's got a fat burner known as the morosil, okay? It's in Italy. It comes from their blood red orange. I don't use berberbiney. Why do I not use berberbiney, okay? I don't use berberbiney because it gives me the jitters. I can't do it. It raises cortisol. It also raises adrenals. Like, I can't do it. But CLA has seed oils. You cannot use seed oils. The inflammation it causes on the body and the stress it puts it under can actually become carcinogenic. And then this is a blood red orange. It comes from their, it's an antioxidant inside of it. Write this down. I'll put it in the comments. Carol, you're very welcome. Morosil. Okay. And if you Google this, you'll actually find that it puts a little mark on the top of the O because it's patent. It's in a patent study. 94% of the consumers who used it for 12 weeks saw dramatic fat decrease, body fat percentage, visceral fat, and the scale went way down. The 6% who didn't get results shouldn't even be able to be a part of the study. Do you want to know why? They weren't consistent or they quit before the 12-week mark. Okay, so you can put this in your coffee. I actually forgot because I went to the gym this morning after taking Bella. It's just 1 tablespoon. There's no dairy, there's no soy, there's no gluten. There is absolutely no caffeine. It's 1 tablespoon. And I now have a medical grade dose of collagen, fenugreek to support the gut lining, the morosil, blood red orange, and organic tremella mushroom. So yes, this is 4 supplements in 1 full month supply. There's a video that explains it better than I can. If I share that video, would you watch it? Compare it to your collagen. Drop the word slim in the comments, SLM, okay, SLIM. And if you're like, Michelle, I want to snag a bottle, it usually for a full month supply is going to run you $109. You get it today for 69 bucks. And you can lock in the price at $89. You don't even have to do a subscription. Okay, drop slim with a star and I'll share that shareable link with you. But the only problem is, due to high demand, there's only 2 flavors right now in stock. Chocolate raspberry, chocolate mint. Do chocolate raspberry, okay? So, moving on to the water component. Water should be half of your weight in ounces of water, but that doesn't turn me on inside. I could care less, right? But why water? You've heard of the term liposuction, have you? Tell me in the comments if you've heard of liposuction. Let me just tell you what it is. It's when you go get surgery, like plastic surgery, to get fat sucked out of your body, okay? So lipolysis is actually how your body burns fat for free, okay? For free. Your body burns fat through a process called lipolysis. Lipolysis is what created the term called liposuction. It's what gave plastic surgeons the term. Your body burns fat by drinking half of its weight in ounces of water every day. Jane and Roxanne, if you guys want that video on the medical grade weight loss or the medical grade belly fat blaster collagen, you have to just message me because the comments are going to disappear. So if you message me on Facebook, there's a little message button. I will send that video to you, okay? If you go to thebreakfastshow.net right now in your web browser, that's where that guide is. I see you want that free protein guide that helped me in many ways. That's where you'll see it, okay? If you go to thebreakfastshow.net at the top, there's a little line that says New Wava. That's where you'll see your collagen. It's called Snow Slim. Snow Slim. If you get a 1-pack, you'll see single pack. If you get a duo pack, you save more per bottle. If you get a trio pack, that's your 12-week supply. That puts you in the 94% to drop massive amounts of weight in that patent study. You save even more per bottle. Okay, so thebreakfastshow.net, New Wava, it's called Snow Slim. Okay, water is half of your weight in ounces of water. I started adding this to my water from Target, Crystal Light, Mio, and guess what happened? I wasn't losing weight for 11 months. Why? I couldn't figure this out. Hi Cindy, I upped my water, I upped my protein. You guys, there's toxins, dyes, and carcinogens filled inside of this. When I got my handy dandy app after listening to 40 Audible Buzz, and thank gosh, never giving up, I typed this in, Mio, and literally what happens, not only is it, look at this rating, bad. Wait, why? Why is this bad? Oh my gosh, I click on it. Ready? Right here, it's bad because it has 11 additives inside of it. More info on the additives. Look at all of this stuff that has, and it tells you each thing. Carcinogenic, leads to type 2 diabetes, high A1C levels, inflammation, autoimmune disorders. Okay, wow. Every time we add toxins, dyes, and carcinogens from our food that we're not aware of, it's allowed in the United States. They do not have to tell us we have freedom. In Europe, it's not even allowed. It's banned. We have to do our due diligence, but I didn't know that until I started listening to Audible books like The Obesity Fix. If you can find one that's approved by the YUKA app, you can enhance the water, otherwise do not. Electrolytes, women, if you're like me in menopause, make sure it's clean. Okay, I use the Nectar or the Cure, C-U-R-E, it's approved. There's no toxins, there's no dyes, there's no carcinogens. Okay, why? Raises cortisol, raises glucose, adrenals are affected. It's now signaling your food to come in, your drinks to come in, stores visceral fat in the belly area. Literally, okay? So water is half of your weight in ounces of water. Today in my water bottle, I literally have grapes. I love frozen grapes. Sometimes it's blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Sometimes it's mint leaves. Sometimes it's peppermint leaves. Sometimes it's also anything like that. Cucumber in my water, okay? That's how I infuse my water. I use room temperature water. It hurts my teeth. The best thing you could ever do right now if you struggle with water is to set a timer. Every 90 minutes, so in 56 minutes, my timer will go off. I will stop, drop, and drink for 15 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. I repeat it all day long. Great question, does soda water count? Yes, as long as it's approved by Yucca. Okay, like mine from Costco, LaCroix, yes. But if it's something like the Costco brand, Ice brand, and it's like red, pink, or green, or yellow, or orange, heck no. Go scan those in the app and you are about to faint. You are about to literally love me and never forget about me. Drop a heart in the comments if you're learning so much right now. I told you I'm going to give you every tool in your toolbox. I told you I would. With water, carbonated water has no positive benefits. It's not linked to it. If you want positive benefits, you would add the smallest element on the element table. What's the smallest element on the element table? You guys already know. Go follow this guy in the comments. Gary Brecka. You think I'm inspiring? He's got millions and millions of followers. He literally is known as the ultimate human. He can biohack anybody. He can biohack like cancer. It is insane. So he talks about hydrogen being the smallest element on the element table. Period. End of discussion. It's not in your body. People are adding hydrogen into their body, but 9 out of 10 times it's the wrong form. It's a pill. It's a tablet. That's nothing. It should be in the form of crystallets. We talked about today the first ingredient listed in anything is what you find the most of, the last ingredient the least of. The first ingredient should be hydrogen up there, okay? So what does it do? It takes the nitric oxide, which is the depth of the blood vessels, how much blood is flowing, at what rate, okay? And it makes it dilate for 10 hours, 10 times the blood flow. So your brain fog, goodbye. I'm in menopause, I can tell you right now, you have an instant relief. Headaches, gone. Mine were hormonal. Blood pressure, decreased. I was just above average. What else? Chronic fatigue, and being a group certified fitness instructor, your performance and recovery will increase. It's why athletes pay thousands of dollars for it every day. I'm already on it. Yeah, it looks like this. You just take it. Thank you, Michelle. You add it to water. Never add ice to hydrogen. Ever, ever, ever. You add it to water. It's the crystallets. This one's backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, and CLEAN. You don't have to do that. 100%. So here's what I need you to, actually there's a video. If you drop the word nitro in the comments, I will send you a video. It explains this hydrogen water better than I can. There's only 3 flavors in stock. Dew grape, black cherry, or lemon lime. Okay, those are the only 3 in stock. If you want, you can grab a bag. They're giving it to people for 30 days money back guaranteed. So again, you have clinicals, you have science-backed third-party validation, and CLEAN. That's going to give you those positive benefits. Dilating the blood vessel for 10 hours, 10 times the blood flow. Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, so that's water. You have your timer set. Every 90 minutes, your bladder will adjust within 90 days. So it's a short-term sacrifice for a future gain. You have a water sticker next to your bed to remind you on your phone, water before coffee. Half of your weight in ounces of water. That's how you're going to reach your water goal, and it's how you burn fat. The third thing is fiber. You guys, look at, we just talked about protein. I gave you every tool. I gave you every app. Like, come on. Fiber. I was adding this to my water. Okay, this is a big no-no. This right here has carcinogens, dyes, and toxins right inside of it. I didn't know. Until for 11 months when I didn't drop any weight, when I upped my protein, upped my fiber, and I didn't know any of this. I learned this through 40 plus Audible books. Okay, make sure you go back to the beginning of today. I actually taught you what I learned in the chapter. This right here, when you scan in the YUKA app, look in the comments, get the YUKA app, okay? I was causing more harm than good. If you want fiber, chia seeds, and there's 10 grams in 2 tablespoons. Okay, cup of berries has 8 grams of fiber. Okay, 1 cup of broccoli or greens is 7 grams of fiber. Okay, so do that instead. So here's the deal. With your fiber, I get what's called the Carbonaut bread. Look in the comments. Carbonaut. It's Yucca approved, 150%. It's 40 calories and there's 15 grams of protein. Okay? It's amazing. It's a bread. You might have to search the Better Health Food Store. You might have to search Overstock or Amazon. Like, go to Instacart, download the app, search your favorite foods, and it'll tell you what market has them in stock. There you go. You just learned something new again. Drop a 1, so I should keep going. Should we keep going? Drop a 1. Okay, that's your fiber context. Why fiber? There's 2 types. You have insoluble fiber and you have soluble fiber. There's 2 types. It's the only thing that can swell to the width of your intestinal tract. Your intestinal tract should look like a pink. It should look like your gums. Pink, and it's swirly. It is not a straight shot. There are people right now, if you look up an unhealthy intestinal tract, it's like black looking. It reminds me of lungs that are smoking versus lungs that are not smoking. I'm being dead serious. I didn't know any of this either. Insoluble and soluble fiber are the 2 types. It's the only thing that can swell to the depth of your intestinal tract. Think of it as a vacuum. Okay? If you're not getting proper water, do you have toxins, dyes, and carcinogens? I mean, if you're not getting proper movement, if you're not getting proper fiber, what happens is food becomes stuck, little particles. They stay on the internal side of the walls. It just happens, right? So with fiber, 25 grams, you are literally going to see an improvement to inflammation, bloating, irregular bowel movements, foul smelling gas, and weird noises going on in the stomach area immediately. Immediately. So you have to get it. Go Google, go ask ChatGPT, how can I track this? How can I use a free app to get the proper amount of dietary fiber? And do not use a supplement for it. If you have been using anything when you get off of this and you start scanning and you're like, oh my gosh, everything's a poor or bad rating, I was in the same spot. This is how I lost so much weight in 5 months when I started stopping that. And it gives you a recommendation at the bottom. If you want to speed up weight loss, can you? For Nitro, you have to message me on Facebook just saying the word Nitro, and I can share with you the video of the hydrogen water that's backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation. If you want to snag it, it comes in these little sachets right here. You can get a whole bag of it. You have to put this in your web browser, okay? When you go to your web browser and type that in, you'll see at the top it says Nueva. Click Nueva and you're looking for Nitro. That's the Nitro experiment that you're going to have immediately. So women in menopause, women who are fatigued, any type of brain fog, any type of headaches, any type of pain in the feet and knees, it'll all start to go away. Why? Because it's the liquid version of microneedling, having blood flow to one area of the body. That's what hydrogen does. So the breakfastshow.net, the tippy top says Nueva, find the Nitro. You can get it, or you can message me Nitro and I'll send you the video. You'll see the science, clinicals, third-party validation, and the cleanliness behind it, okay? As far as your body being made up of short-chain amino acids, if you can relate to distribution of fat in any of these body parts, look at her body 2 weeks in, how she responded. She had fat in one area attacking of her body, her as well. She never had rolls going into the arm space, but she had rolls going into the stomach space. She had rolls. That's your, what is that? Marsha, do you know how to send me a message saying Nitro in the messenger? She literally, if you can relate to this, drop a 1. You don't ever have to get a supplement ever in your entire life of living. Ever, 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 ever. But if you want to speed up the process, if you want to feel better along the way, if you want to have energy, and you want sugar and salt cravings to go away, this will literally be like a hypnotist to you. I'm not even kidding you. You need to learn about the GLP shot and you need to probably stay away from it. That's my personal opinion. All it's doing, you can do it all you want to feel good, but it tricks the brain. The only way that you can actually increase the GLP-1 fiber in your body is by fiber and decreasing toxins and dyes. Toxins and dyes decrease GLP. So cut that out and then up your fiber. GLP-1s are given weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. It just depends on when you're taking them because it's like alcohol. You get the buzz and then it starts to taper off if you don't continue drinking. The GLP shot, ask for an insert. I went to the doctor's, I ended up pulling over. I went into the doctor's office and I'm like, hey, can you give me the shot insert? Look up every single thing, and they're saying now in things like Ozempic and trizepatide, they're being sued. Why? They're not putting everything that's inside of that filter inside of the shot insert. No. Big no-no. Big lawsuits, okay? Peptides. Peptide injectables. Everyone's acting like they're the best thing since bread rice, okay? That's not the best absorption you can get. Microbeaded is the best absorption you can get in a peptide form because it's at a cellular level mimicking effect. Literally, go do your homework. Like, go listen to Audible books on peptides, okay? If you look right here, you will see there's 3 parts to this triangle, okay? 3 parts. I want you to look at the tippy top, and I want you to see a T, okay? There isn't a T, but the tippy top of this triangle. That's called tesofensin. Tesofensin is in research studies for massive amounts of weight loss drop due to food noise declining and cravings for sugar and salt, and also no desire to binge eat. So massive amounts of weight loss. The bottom right is a non-stimulant mood and focus boost. Diaxa is what helps children who are getting calls home constantly. Your kid isn't paying attention. Your kid is a squirrel. What are they going to diagnose that child with? They're going to put them on a stimulant. Diaxa is a non-stimulated format. And the bottom left is called BCP-157. This is an evacuation of inflammation out of the body. So anything that you've done harm due to toxins, dyes, and carcinogens, not having that YUKA app before today, this evacuates it out. Here's the only important thing I want you to remember when you start talking to people about peptides. The only thing that should be inside of it is what I just told you. That's it. BCP-157, Diaxa, tesofensin. You go look at any bottle of peptides and there's like 97 ingredients. It's awful. You have to do careful because companies, that's why my belly fat blessing liquid collagen, companies will just put a thing on a label and they'll have bad ingredients and the last ingredient be what the first ingredient should be, and they'll charge $50 for it and it costs them $1 to make it. Everyone's in this for, you have to be very careful. Okay, that's called the limitless peptide. So it's like the movie Limitless. That's how you're gonna feel. It's called Elevate. There's a video that explains it better than I can. It's back in stock. There's 500 bottles left right now because these are sourced through valuable sources. They're not in warehouses where there's mice and rats running all over. Okay, there's not like large, like seriously. So yes, it is about to sell out, but it is available. Monica, drop the word Elevate in the comments. I'll introduce you to the peptide expert. There's a video, it's 8 minutes. You'll know within 60 seconds if it's a good fit for you. And if it's not, no big deal, right? Number 2, if you want to claim a bottle right now, this peptide for a whole month supply runs at $209. Trizepatide is $299. You get this for $169 today. You can lock in the price so it can never go up ever for $189. $189. Drop the word Elevate in the comments. I'll send you that video. Monica, if you just send me a message saying nitro, I'll send you that video with the hydrogen expert, okay? If you want this, if you want the transformation stories like these ladies, or if you're like, dude, I think I'm menopausal, which she was not, I need you to, you would never do the Elevate peptide if you don't have binge eating. If you don't have any type of binge eating, you're gonna do Body. Body has 5-amino-1. MQ raises the NAD plus within the body, and it also has Sloop 332, an exercise mimicking effect at a cellular level with 30 positive benefits on insulin sensitivity. Again, there's no caffeine, there's no dyes, there's no carcinogens, and there's no toxins inside of them, and no other ingredients. You get the 2 ingredients that I told you, and those 2 ingredients are actually peptides found within your body right now today, and this mimics them at a cellular level. Okay, so the breakfastshow.net would go in your web browser. She's like, I want to order. Do you guys see what Nicolina's saying? thebreakfastshow.net, there's New Wava. The body peptide is orange, Elevate is the white one. That's a full month supply. You don't have to enter any code to get it for $169. Right now, you get with your Elevate this for free. Oh, sorry. It's my fault. You get this right here for free. So this right here is your boost. You take 2 a day. It's got all your mushrooms and it's got ashwagandha. It's not the mushroom that you're allergic to. These are not those type of mushrooms. You get this $50 value for free right now with Elevate until the end of the month. If you get it's not with body, only Elevate, okay? Automatically comes with it. If you go to thebreakfastshow.net, you'll also see Elevate and body come in a 3 set. You guys get the signature set. You get the boost for free. Every month you get with your Elevate and boost. Every month now going forward, you get boost for free. Even if you never order again, you will have boost always coming to your house for free. Every single month, right here, okay? Every single month. So just so you know, if you get a signature set, the signature set has 3 months supply. You're set for March, you're set for April. You take 1 month off. You cycle with these real peptides at a mimicking cellular level. That's how peptides work. No matter what, they freeze internally, they snap back in action, and they work that's how they work. This is at a mimicking effect at a cellular level. 2 months, so you have March, April, you take off May, you have June, you order July. You are set for until July. You get it for $5.30, 3 bottles today with boost, and forever moving forward boost. That's called a signature set. That's what I would do, okay? Thebreakfastshow.net. Go to New Wava. You'll see it. If you want the video on the Limitless Elevate Peptide, drop in the comments Elevate. You have to message me Elevate. And if you want the body peptide, message me body. Or you can message me both. I'll send you both videos, okay? Either or, whatever you recommend. So let's recap our 25 grams of fiber, okay? Each and every day. We have to have... Cleo, come. Cleo, you want a treat? Cleo, come. Cleo, come here. You can just leave it there. Thank you. Yep. Cleo, come. Literally, so we talked fiber, 25 grams. I gave you every source and how to track it. Protein, go to Google. What's your desirable weight? What's your height? Are you a female or a male? The higher number you get in your pounds that you should be, that's your grams of protein. Water is half of your weight in ounces of water right now, not your goal weight currently where you're at. I give you every tool and every hack. If you want to add that boost of hydrogen in your water and you didn't hear about nitro, you can drop nitro. I can share with you. If you didn't hear about the belly fat blasting liquid collagen, you can drop the word slim. You don't have to add any of these. And if you want the medical grade weight loss peptide, you can drop the word elevate. I can send those to you. She's asking, no one has questions. Stacy's asking about coffee. I drink 2 cups every day. You do add that back in. So you have to do half of your weight in ounces of water every day, plus any ounces of coffee. Why? It's a diuretic, okay? With your coffee, the only time nutritionists are telling you right now to not drink coffee for weight loss is because it's pesticided. There's pesticides inside of it. Almost every coffee out there because of our soils and because of depletion, okay? Use a nootropic blend. I have a Colombian brew. My nootropic non-crash clarity energy has your L-theanine inside of it for the day, your cordyceps mushroom, your lion's mane mushroom, and Ceylon cinnamon. Stop using regular cinnamon. Regular cinnamon elevates kidney levels. Okay, Ceylon cinnamon does not. Let me put the spelling in the comments. My Colombian brew has the Ceylon cinnamon in it. I'm not going to buy all this crap to put in my coffee. The L-theanine, the cordyceps mushroom, and the lion's mane. It's a Colombian brew over from Sicily, Italy, their rainforest. It's backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, and clean. If you drop the word coffee in the comments, I can introduce you to this specific Colombian brew. And if you're like, Michelle, I could care less. Carlene said the best coffee ever. You want it. It's 30 days money back guaranteed. You can snag a bag and return it all. You guys, empty bottle, empty bag. Did you hear that correctly? So if you can't take your butt to the UPS store or you can't take your butt to the market to try something that could change your life and literally be the solution to what you're dealing and battling with right now, I don't know what else to tell you. Because the price of this now versus the cost long term, if you come back to me in 6 months, is actually going to cost you more. And if you want to snag a bag, drop coffee with a star, and yes, I will send that to you. Here's the deal. For the person, she says that she can't afford it. My first question would be, how long has that been an issue for you? Because I do want to maybe better understand. The average person coming into this doesn't realize my background of 8 years ago, sitting literally, I was actually sitting in a room, and I came across an article that forever changed my life. And I say this to you because today could change your life. Joanne and Roxanne, do you know how to send me a message on Facebook just saying the word coffee? Because the comments are going to disappear. And I want to get that video to you so you can choose if it's a good fit or not. The video will be all the clarity you need. No, it's not me. It's the scientist behind it. Okay? And I literally came across that article and it changed my life. And and maybe this will change your life. Maybe you came across me today and you're the lowest energy you've ever been. You have the worst symptoms. It could change your life. But when I came across it, I dug a little deeper because it was about a guy that paid his ex-wife billions of dollars. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, how did he have billions of dollars? How do these people, when you go to the Intercoastal, have these houses? What are they doing? And coming to find out, he was a part of the e-commerce, right? You cannot find some products in a store. You can't find them in a billboard. You can't find them on a commercial. End of discussion, period. You just can't. So here's the deal. What I found is I'm like, oh, he's a part of the e-commerce. Think of Amazon. Think of an Amazon store, okay? Think of a warehouse. They're in all the states. You have products going from a warehouse to a consumer. That's what he was a part of. Awesome, cool. I couldn't create a product. I couldn't create a website. I couldn't create inventory. I couldn't have it on hand. I couldn't hire customer service reps, okay? I couldn't pay to start a business. I had no money. I had 60 grand in debt 8 years ago. 60 grand, but I had 3 jobs. 3 jobs. HR was my background, cleaning houses, and a hairstylist in my basement. No joke. What I did find was that I could find something behind my brand. Clinical, science-backed, third-party validation, and clean. And I didn't have to come up with any of that or any out-of-pocket money. And I could make 40% commission and never have to have a worry in the world and have a virtual health and wellness store in every state and 190 countries for no fee. So now, I'm telling you right now that if you're not familiar with this hybrid model, and you're turned up right now and you like money, I'm being dead serious. Could you use some extra money? Do you want to make more money? If you're positive, you're coachable and hungry, that's all you need. I didn't have TikTok, I didn't have YouTube, I didn't have Instagram. I had 200 friends on Facebook, and I did not want to sign people up to be underneath me. You don't have to. You can earn any amount. So if you're turned up and you want to make between $3,000 a month, like 2 to 3,000, drop A. If you're like, I want to make 3,000 to 6,000, drop B. And if you want to turn this into a full-fledged income, like I accidentally did, I only started to pay off 60 grand in debt and to get off Medicaid and food stamps, drop C in the comments for like 10,000 plus a month. I said no to this hybrid model for 5 years, and it's my biggest regret ever. If you haven't seen this model, I'm telling you right now, you just partnered with me. You and I are in this together. I'm going to teach you. I'm not only the best in my entire company, number one, I'm number one in the entire industry. Because my people actually get my content. I show up through curiosity and attraction marketing. You don't do lives, you don't do reels. I give you a piece of content every day that shows your passion through health and wellness and helping others. You will never name the company. You'll never have to tell people about the products, because when I give you content like this hand with these on it, people are going to reach out and say, what is it? If I share the science with you that explains it better than I can, will you watch it? And there's scripts. So the introverted person clicks a button and it sends it to them. They make up to 40% commission. Drop in the comments the word video if you are serious. Leadership, the system already in place to point them to every tool. And you literally have products that are backed by science, proven through clinicals, third-party validation, clinicals, and millions of dollars are being purchased every single day. We just need you to help with that part. I'm telling you right now that if you don't go out to dinner at least once a week and get an Uber there and back for you and your husband to have quality time, you should be dropping video. If you have any debt, including student loan debt, you should be dropping the word video. Why are you not earning an additional stream of income that's going to give you a residual income? Like who wants to go own a Planet Fitness? The owner I interviewed, I made over $1.5 million in the last 6 years. Okay, I was a nobody. I didn't go live or do reels for 4 years. I was skeptical. I had 3 jobs. I was a single mom. I didn't have time. I did it in the nooks and crannies of my day. I was too busy. It's mobilely. Introverted, there's scripts. You can't click a copy and paste button. It comes down to 3 things. Are you positive? Are you coachable? Are you hungry? Because I've helped more people I can count on my hands earn over a 6-figure income now. So it's time to get off your high horse. It's 2026. You're probably playing way too small, and drop the word video in the comments because you and I are about to have a discussion, and I'm going to peel back that onion and figure out your why and figure out what solution this can solve right now for a problem you're facing. I'm so excited. Okay, so I see Cherie and Sherry. If you have any questions, please let me know, but let's just use this as an example. Literally, you got Planet Fitness. Sucks. Employees suck. When they don't show up, they have to show up. They have to be in that Planet Fitness all the time. They're married to that place. They literally have to have customer service reps. They literally have to have cleaning people. Okay, like, what do I have? Nothing. No inventory, no boss, no monthly minimum, no quota, don't have to recruit people, don't have to pay a monthly fee. Hello? Don't have to be in a building. So, I got you, Sheree, and I got you, Brittany and Sam. Anyone else want that video? Again, last chance to drop the word in the comments, hybrid. I'll introduce you to the model, and I can guarantee you one of your neighbors is using this model. I can guarantee you there's lawyers, there's doctors, there's teachers, there's nurses, there's injectors, there's marketing, there's cleaning, there's restaurant owners, there's hairstylists. You name the profession, they're doing this. And you will never find a better model. Amazon will pay you 6%. Have fun with that. They don't have science, clinicals, and third-party validation, but I'm not here to beg, sell, or convince you. I'm here to let you know that if you have a problem and you're hungry and you're a positive coach one willing to grow, I can teach you everything that you need to know on how to be successful when it comes to building a massive, massive business online. Okay? So I'll be back tomorrow morning between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I freaking love you. Go back and watch the beginning. I gave you a lot of free value, a ton of free value. If you have any health conditions or questions, gastric sleeve, cancer, IBS, Hashimoto's, whatever it is you're going through, I work with health conditions galore. Antidepressants, anti-anxiety, depression medications, blood pressure. Let's have a conversation. If it's a good fit and I can help you in your goals, awesome. And listen, if it's not, there's no big deal. Maybe I can make a recommendation to something that could help you. I hope you have the best